Welcome to Triumphant Over Trauma, where resilience reigns and women rewrite their stories of victory after trauma. I'm Gina, your guide on this empowering journey. With a mission to help women overcome trauma, I'm here to inspire you to cultivate a positive mindset, embrace self-love, and find peace. Join me as we celebrate strength, reclaim power, and triumph over adversity together. Before we begin today, I want you to imagine something with me. Picture yourself sitting comfortably on the couch, wrapped in a warm blanket. In your hands is a mug of hot chocolate, the warmth spreading slowly through your fingers and into your palms. Outside the window, snow is falling softly from the sky. Not rushing, not forcing, just drifting gently, one snowflake at a time. And as you watch the snow fall, you begin to notice something beautiful. Every snowflake is different. Each one uniquely shaped, each one intricately designed, each one completely impossible to replicate. And in that quiet moment, you realize something powerful. You are just like those snowflakes. Your story, your healing, your journey, your growth, it's uniquely yours. No one else has lived the exact life you have lived. No one else has felt the exact emotions you have felt. No one else has carried the exact experiences you have carried. And yet, here you are, still standing, still breathing, still searching for peace, still choosing growth. That alone says something extraordinary about the strength inside of you. But for many women healing from trauma, there is something that often goes unspoken. We spend so much time trying to heal our minds that we forget something incredibly important. Trauma doesn't just live in our thoughts. It lives in our bodies. It lives in the tightness in our shoulders, the knots in our stomach, the heaviness in our chest, the restless energy that makes it hard to sit still, or the exhaustion that makes it hard to move at all. Our bodies remember things that our minds sometimes try to forget. And when we don't know how to release that stored tension, those emotions can stay locked inside of us for years, sometimes even decades. This is why so many women find themselves saying things like, "I've talked about it so much, but I still feel stuck," or "I understand what happened logically, but my body still reacts." If you've ever felt that way, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not broken. Your body has simply been protecting you. Your nervous system has been working overtime to keep you safe. And today, we're going to talk about something incredibly powerful. Not just thinking your way through healing, but moving your way through it. Because healing trauma isn't only about what we understand. It's also about what we release. Today, we're diving into the Trauma Release Toolkit, somatic movements and simple body-based practices that help your nervous system process emotions that words alone can't always reach. These are movements that help you reconnect with your body, reset your nervous system, and release the stored stress that trauma leaves behind. And the beautiful thing about somatic healing is this. It doesn't require perfection. It doesn't require hours of meditation. It doesn't require you to have everything figured out. It simply asks you to come back home to your body, one breath at a time, one movement at a time, one moment of awareness at a time. Just like the snowflakes falling outside that window, healing often happens quietly, slowly, gently, and sometimes the smallest shifts create the most powerful transformations. So today, I want you to give yourself permission to soften, to listen to your body, to explore the possibility that peace may be closer than you think. Because inside your body is wisdom that has been waiting patiently for you to reconnect with it. And once you do, you may discover that healing isn't something you have to force. It's something your body already knows how to do. So let's begin. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how your body reacts before your mind even understands what's happening? Maybe your chest tightens during a conversation. Your shoulders suddenly tense up. Your stomach drops. Your breathing becomes shallow. And in that moment, you might think to yourself, why is my body reacting like this? But what if I told you your body is not overreacting? Your body is remembering. One of the most profound truths about trauma is this. Trauma is not just something that happens in the mind. It's something that happens in the nervous system. When we experience something overwhelming, something our mind and body didn't have the resources to process at the time, the nervous system does what it is designed to do. It protects us. It shifts us into survival mode. Your brain begins scanning for danger. Your muscles prepare to defend you. Your breathing changes. Your heart rate accelerates. This is what we call the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn response. These responses are incredibly intelligent. They are the body's ancient survival mechanisms. But when a traumatic event happens and the energy of that moment doesn't fully move through the body, something interesting occurs. The body holds on to it. Think of it like unfinished energy. Your nervous system prepared to protect you, but the moment passed before that energy had a chance to fully release. So the body stores it, not as punishment, not as weakness, but as protection. And this is why years later you may still feel certain sensations in your body when something reminds your nervous system of that earlier experience. Your shoulders may tighten when you feel criticized. Your stomach may clench when someone raises their voice. Your breathing may become shallow when you feel overwhelmed. Your body is not trying to sabotage you. Your body is trying to protect you. And here's the important piece many women never hear. Talking about trauma can help the mind understand what happened. But the body also needs a way to release the stored survival energy. Imagine shaking a soda bottle. You can understand intellectually that it's pressurized inside, but until the pressure is released, it's still there. Trauma energy works in a similar way. Your body holds onto the tension, the alertness, the protective responses, waiting for the moment when it finally feels safe enough to let them go. This is where somatic healing becomes so powerful. Somatic practices help the body complete the cycles that trauma interrupted. They allow the nervous system to discharge stored stress. They remind the body that the danger has passed. They gently teach your system how to return to safety. And the beautiful part about this process is that it doesn't require forcing anything. Your body already knows how to release. Your body already knows how to regulate. Your body already knows how to heal. Sometimes it just needs the right movements, the right breath, the right awareness to remember. Which brings us to the next part of today's conversation. Because once you understand how trauma lives in the body, the next question becomes, how do we begin releasing it? And that's where we begin building something incredibly empowering. a set of simple, accessible practices I call the Trauma Release Toolkit. Somatic moves every woman should know to help her nervous system reset, regulate, and reconnect with the peace that already exists within her. Let's explore them together. Healing is not only about understanding your story, it's also about helping your body complete the stress cycles that trauma interrupted. The beautiful thing about somatic healing is that it doesn't require hours of therapy, expensive equipment, or complicated routines. Sometimes the most powerful shifts happen through simple movements that signal safety to your nervous system. These are the kinds of movements that remind your body, you're safe now. The moment has passed. You can let this go. So let me walk you through the Trauma Release Toolkit. 5 somatic practices that help your body release stored tension and return to balance. Number 1, shake and reset. Animals in the wild do something fascinating after escaping danger. They shake. Literally shake their bodies to discharge the adrenaline and stress energy that built up during the threat. Humans, on the other hand, tend to suppress this instinct. We hold the tension inside. But shaking is one of the most natural ways to reset your nervous system. Here's how to practice it. Stand up with your feet hip-width apart. Gently begin shaking your arms, then your shoulders, then your legs. Let the movement become loose and natural. You're not trying to look graceful here. You're simply letting your body release energy. Do this for about 30 seconds to a minute. Here is an example. After a stressful meeting, a difficult conversation, or an emotional moment, take a minute alone and shake out your body. You'll often feel the tension leave your system almost immediately. Your nervous system resets, your body exhales. Number 2, grounding breath. Trauma often causes our breathing to become shallow. When the body perceives danger, it moves into quick, short breaths designed for survival. But when you intentionally slow your breathing, you send a powerful message to your nervous system. The threat is gone. Here's how to practice it. Place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Slowly inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Allow your belly to expand, then slowly exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat this for about 1 to 2 minutes. Here is an example. If you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or emotionally triggered, pause and take several grounding breaths. You'll notice your heart rate begins to slow and your mind becomes clearer. This is your nervous system shifting out of survival mode. Number 3, shoulder release. The shoulders are one of the most common places where trauma gets stored. Think about how often we carry stress there. Tight shoulders, raised shoulders, clenched neck muscles. Your body is trying to hold itself together, but we can teach it to let it go. Here is how to practice it. Lift your shoulders slowly towards your ears. Hold them there for 3 seconds, then release them completely as you exhale. Repeat this movement several times. You can also roll your shoulders slowly forward and backward. Here is an example. If you've been sitting at a desk feeling tense during a conversation or noticing tightness in your neck, take a moment to release your shoulders. You may feel an immediate sense of physical and emotional release. Number 4, emotional tremoring. Sometimes your body naturally wants to tremble when releasing stress. You may have noticed this after a moment of fear or emotional intensity, but many of us suppress this response because we think it means something is wrong. In reality, tremoring is the body's natural way of releasing stored trauma energy. Here is how to practice it. Lie down comfortably on your back. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor. Allow your legs to gently shake or tremble. You can encourage this by lightly pressing your feet into the floor and relaxing. Let the tremoring happen naturally. Here is an example. After an emotionally intense experience, allowing your body to tremor for a few minutes can release a surprising amount of stored tension. It's the nervous system recalibrating. Number 5, the nervous system hug. Touch can be incredibly regulating for the nervous system, even when it comes from ourselves. A simple self-hug can signal safety to the body and calm emotional distress. Here's how to practice it. Wrap your arms around yourself. Place one hand on your upper arm and the other on your opposite shoulder. Gently squeeze. You can rock slightly from side to side if it feels comforting. Take slow breaths as you hold yourself. Here is an example. During moments of emotional overwhelm, self-hugging activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your body that is responsible for calm, rest, and recovery. It's a simple reminder that you are safe and supported. When you practice these somatic moves regularly, something incredible begins to happen. Your body starts learning that it doesn't have to stay in survival mode. Your nervous system becomes more flexible. Your reactions become less intense, and the peace you've been searching for begins to feel more accessible. Not because you forced your emotions away, but because you helped your body finally release what it had been holding on to. And the more you practice these moments, the more your body begins to remember something it may have forgotten long ago. What it feels like to be safe, what it feels like to relax, what it feels like to exist in your own skin without carrying the weight of the past in every muscle. And that is where real healing begins. Before we close today's conversation, I want to invite you into a moment of quiet connection with your body. If you are able to, gently close your eyes. If you're driving or moving through your day, simply soften your focus and follow along with your breath. Take a slow breath in through your nose and release it through your mouth. Again, breathe in and let it go. Allow your shoulders to relax. Allow your jaw to unclench. Allow your body to soften into the space you're in. Now imagine yourself exactly where we began this episode. You're sitting on the couch with that warm cup of hot chocolate resting gently in your hands. Outside the window, snow is falling slowly from the sky, each snowflake drifting down quietly, gracefully, peacefully. Now notice how calm everything feels in this moment. Notice the stillness, notice the warmth. Now imagine that with every breath you take, your body begins to feel a little safer, a little softer, a little more at ease. Take another slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine the tension leaving your shoulders. Now we're going to gently move through the Trauma Release Toolkit together. First, imagine yourself standing up slowly from the couch. You place the mug down beside you. Your feet rest gently on the floor. Begin by lightly shaking your hands. Just imagine them shaking loosely. Then your arms begin to move, then your shoulders, then your legs. Your body begins to shake out any tension it's been holding. You're not forcing anything. You're simply allowing the energy in your body to move, like shaking snow from a coat after coming inside. Let the movement feel freeing and let it feel natural. Now slowly allow the shaking to settle and bring your hands to your belly. Take a deep, grounding breath. Feel your stomach expand as you inhale and soften as you exhale. Breathe in calm, breathe out tension. Again, breathe in peace. Breathe out whatever your body no longer needs to hold. Now gently lift your shoulders towards your ears. Hold them there for a moment and release. Feel the muscles in your neck soften. Roll your shoulders back, then forward. Let the tension melt away. Now imagine lying down comfortably, your body resting safely, your knees slightly bent, your body completely supported. And notice something interesting. Your legs begin to gently tremble, a soft shaking, not from fear, but from release. Your nervous system is letting go of energy it no longer needs to hold. Allow the tremor to move through your legs, your hips, your body releasing stress that has been stored quietly beneath the surface. Now imagine bringing your arms around yourself, wrapping yourself in a gentle hug, one hand resting on your shoulder, the other across your arm. You squeeze yourself gently, a reminder to your nervous system, I am safe, I am supported, I am here for myself. Rocking slightly if it feels comforting. And as you hold yourself, imagine the snow continuing to fall outside the window, each snowflake landing softly on the earth. Just like every breath you take is helping your body release what it has been carrying. Take one final deep breath in and slowly exhale. Notice the calm in your chest, the softness in your shoulders, the steadiness in your breath. Your body knows how to heal. Sometimes it simply needs permission to release. When you're ready, gently bring your awareness back to this moment. And remember, you now carry these tools with you. Tools that allow you to reconnect with your body. Tools that allow you to release tension before it becomes overwhelm. Tools that remind your nervous system that safety is possible again. As you come back into this moment, notice how your body feels. Maybe your shoulders are a little softer. Maybe your breathing feels deeper. Maybe there's just the slightest sense of calm that wasn't there a few minutes ago. And that's the beautiful thing about somatic healing. Sometimes the most powerful shifts don't come from doing something dramatic. They come from giving your body small amounts of safety. Moments where your nervous system remembers that it doesn't have to stay on high alert. Moments where your body learns that it's okay to release what it has been holding. And the truth is, these moments of awareness, these moments where you reconnect with yourself, are often the doorway to something deeper. Because once you begin to understand the language of your body, once you begin to notice the pattern of your nervous system, once you begin to recognize how your emotions, your thoughts, and your physical sensations are all connected, a new level of self-trust begins to emerge. You start realizing that healing isn't about becoming someone different. It's about discovering the parts of yourself that were always there, waiting patiently for you to come back home. And if something inside of you feels curious to explore this deeper, to continue building that connection with yourself, that's exactly why I created Finding Direction from Within. It's a space designed to help women reconnect with their inner wisdom, rebuild trust in themselves, and learn the tools that allow them to move through life with more clarity, calmness, and confidence. Inside that experience, we explore the kinds of practices we touched on today. Learning how to understand your emotional patterns, regulate your nervous system, and reconnect with the strength and intuition that already live within you. Whether you choose to move through it at your own pace or work alongside me in a more guided way, the goal is simple. To help you feel more grounded in who you are, to help you move from surviving to truly living, and to remind you that you don't have to figure everything out alone. If you feel that gentle nudge inside, like your heart quietly saying, this is the next step, you can learn more by visiting www.bodyelementsmindelevation.com, because healing isn't a race. It's a journey. And sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is allow ourselves the support that helps us keep moving forward. As always, thank you for being here with me today. Wherever you are, may you move gently through the rest of your day, breathing a little deeper, softening a little more, and trusting the quiet wisdom of your body. May you remember that healing doesn't have to be forced. Sometimes it simply unfolds when you give yourself permission to release what you were never meant to carry alone. And just like the snowflakes falling outside that window, may each breath bring you closer to the calm, the strength, and the new beginnings that have been waiting patiently within you all along. This is Gina signing off. Thank you for tuning in to Triumphant Over Trauma, where resilience prevails and women rewrite their stories of victory after trauma. Remember, healing is a journey, not a destination. Keep embracing your strength, cultivating resilience, and shining your light bright. You are capable of triumphing over any challenge life throws your way. Until next time, keep rising and thriving. You've got this.